This video, we are going to talk about the bowl method for doing my wavy hair. This is the method that I've been doing for quite a few months now. In the last video I did a different technique, specifically for a few reasons. There are some pros to the bowl method and there are some cons to it. The pros is when you do it, it keeps your hair really soaking wet the whole time. So it is great for reducing frizz and getting your product in. The second pro is really great for volume. So when I'm really trying to get volume at the top of my head, it's great because I'm basically applying product upside down. There are a few cons to this method as well. One is, as you can tell, I'm already really uncomfortable. I'm on my knees. I have a bowl of water in front of me. It's on the edge of my tub. I either need to do this or I need to have the bowl on my counter or somewhere, and I'm constantly leaning over, and depending on how long it takes to apply my product, it really hurts my back. The other con to it for me is because I have medium to slightly longer hair, the underside of my hair gets attached to the curls, and it's difficult to get it out without breaking out my curl clumps. I'll re-explain it when we get to that point in this method, just so you can actually see it. But for those reasons, I probably am going to do other methods going forward for my hair, but this is a really great method, I think, in particular for people with really long hair or with really short hair. So good to give it a try. So first, before we get started, I'm going to talk through what I just did in the shower. So I just used an Aveda Be Curly Advanced shampoo. I believe this is Curly Girl approved. I'm going to apply my conditioner in the bowl method, doing what's called squish and condish. Flip my hair upside down. The conditioner is going to help me detangle. So I dip my head in all the way up to the roots. The water is cold. I don't know honestly if that makes a difference, but I do it just because I feel like I read it somewhere on the internet. So I'm taking this much conditioner and I'm just going to prayer hands put it into my hair. A brush. I'm going to use a wire bristle brush first, see how far I can get with this from a detangling perspective, and then I will use a different brush if I need to. So I'm just going to go about detangling. I will be back in a moment. Okay, so I have completely detangled my hair. Now what I'm going to do is dip my hair in the bowl and do the squish to condish method. So basically you dip it all the way up to the roots again, and then I'm going to squish the conditioner. So this is actually removing some of the conditioner for me, but also really getting it worked up into my hair. I'm not applying conditioner to my roots. That would just add more product. Some people do, I do not. This is a stage where some people will also apply a leave-in conditioner. Again, I don't do that, but some people really like using the leave-in conditioners if they find that their hair is on the drier side. Okay, so that product actually came out fairly quickly. So I've squished to condition a couple times. They usually say kind of do that dip 2 to 4 times and squish it out. I am going to dip again and get it soaking wet and then pull it out. I'm going to rebrush because my hair gets very tangled. If your hair doesn't get super tangled, you could just use a wide tooth comb. So a lot of people just use a wide tooth comb. I find I can't because of how tangled my hair gets. You'll see my hair is kind of naturally divided into these curl clumps. If it didn't do that, you could use a wide tooth comb to get your hair into those clumps. I don't need that because my hair has already done that. So now what I'm going to do is squish out a lot of the water. So I'm just going to run my hands down, trying not to disturb these clumps, squishing out as much water as I can, obviously while still leaving my hair fairly wet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my foam. I have my Innersense I Create Definition Foam. This was a product that was used and talked about in one of my earlier videos. I'm going to apply about this much to my hand. Whoops. I'm going to apply more to my hand. And then I'm going to Prayer Methods get it into my hair. They say the next step is to scrunch your hair after this and get the product like kind of absorbed into your hair. I'm actually going to apply gel first. I'm going to get all the product in initially. So I am going to put in my in-shower style fixer Curlsmith level 10. It's kind of their strongest hold gel. It does look a little custardy, but I do find it has the hold of a gel. So now I'm going to run that prayer method down the strands. I love this in-shower style fixer. It smells so good. And I would say it leaves my hair the least frizzy of all the products that I use. It's a little more expensive, but I do find Curlsmith products to really be worth the cost for my wavy hair. All right, and you can see I have a towel laid out. I am now going to scrunch my hair. All right, now for the part of the bowl method that I don't like. I'm going to flip my hair back right side up. I'm going to kind of do it to the side and kind of try to bring it around my head. But when I do that, you'll see, in addition to kind of giving a George Washington hairstyle in the pool, it also, my curls that are underneath get stuck up in the curl clumps up high. And if I leave them like this, it'll create this weird kink pattern in all of my waves, and I hate it. So this is honestly the primary reason I stopped doing this method. The solution that I found is some people have a clip in the bottom of their hair, so they only do the bowl method to the upper portion of their hair, and then they do the bottom portion afterwards. That didn't work very well for me, so instead what I do is just take a comb and I pull those strands down. I don't like doing that because, as you can see, it separates my curl clumps that were so beautiful and juicy. But I'm going to apply a little bit more gel to my hand, about this much, and then I'm going to reapply prayer hands method, get it all over, and re-scrunch. My 100% cotton t-shirt, and I'm going to scrunch my hair to try to get as much water out as possible. All right, I am actually going to apply a tiny bit more foam. There is a school of thought that you can apply more product to wavy hair when it's like a little bit damp. Some people do it even after they've done like a little bit of diffusing. I am just going to add a little bit to my hands to kind of get up here a little bit more, just to add some more volume. And then I'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so product fully applied. I'm kind of going through my hair and separating out where I see things that are gonna dry funky. If you have a clip, there are various clips that you can do to pin at the top of your head to create more volume. I will probably be doing that after this. Then you can go and diffuse. Reminder, diffusing should be on the low setting, cool, or as low heat as possible. You want to apply minimal heat to your hair. Something else to be aware of that I'm noticing more and more as I'm doing this, I have a balayage in my hair, which is why when it dries, my hair looks blonder. I have found that actually damaged my waves. I am actually going to go in and re-dye my hair all over one color dark because My hair has a tough time curling and having waves in the same direction where I have the balayage, which is a little devastating because it looks great with the color, but I don't like the shape that it creates. Additionally, I don't have a curly cut. I just have a straight across cut. So far, I haven't had the balls to go in and actually have someone do a curly cut to my hair, mostly because I don't have curly hair. I have wavy hair. It's a little bit different. And I haven't found someone that I know I will like. So thanks for listening.